Well, hello and welcome to another video, and I'm so pleased to have you here. And today we're just going on a little walk in a dog park. It's quite a warm day, so we're going to keep the dogs really hydrated, let them have lots of fun. And we've got Louie with us. And in the back we've got Bumble. Here he is. And we've got Bear as an extra special guest, haven't we, Bear? We've got you as an extra special guest, haven't we? So Bear is a friend of mine, my friend's dog, and he's staying with us for a few weeks, which is really nice while they're on holiday having their long overdue honeymoon, bless them. And in it we've also got Congo. You see Congo there? There he is. And Bixie. Bixie Boo! Yay! So that's the dogs for this one, and come along for the ride with us. So it will be an interesting one today, because Bear is a Romanian rescue, and I've known him for all of his life since he got rescued and come over here, and but he's never ever been out with Louie and Congo before. He loves Bixie and Bumble, there's no issues there whatsoever, but with bigger dogs he's normally a little bit more nervous, so we're going to monitor that, see how it goes, and I'm sure it'll be absolutely fine. And Congo's the most placid boy. Look at him giving Bixie have little kisses together. They're so funny. Proper love each other, you two, don't you? Don't you? You love each other. So funny, isn't it? How they all get on differently is so amusing. I love it. As always, I need to get myself a coffee.
Hi, welcome to Greg, so I can help you.
Hiya, can I just get a large latte, please?
Yeah, anything else?
That's it, thank you.
Really turn the window, please.
Cheers, thank you. Nice large latte incoming. Get yourself going for the day. Hello, you alright? Good, good. Lovely. Find the app somewhere on here. There we go. Lovely, thank you. Did you want to be on camera?
140, please.
Cheers. That?
How many you got?
I've got two in the back there, so yeah, they just squeeze in together. I've got an Irish setter over the back as well. And I've got my little one there, and I've got two in the boot as well today.
How much you weighs?
Yeah, 86 kilos. Yeah, I know. Crazy, isn't it? Yeah, he's about 13 stone, something like that. So yeah, he's a big lad. Yeah, if you see, when he climbs up and sits on your lap, it gets a bit painful.
Have a nice day.
Yeah, and you have a good one. Take care. See ya. So that was the lovely guys at Greg's. They're always really friendly, really lovely to all the dogs. They love all the dogs, so that's really nice. So it's set to get quite warm today, so to make sure everything's okay for the dogs, I've got a dog park that's got a nice bit of shade in it, and also I've got a big gallon, probably more than a gallon of water with us as well, in a container of cold water that I've just refilled. I've got the aircon on in the car, and the dogs in the back have their heads out the window, so they get plenty of air that way. So hopefully that'll be okay in the heat. It's not going to get too hot. I think it's going to hit 24 today, something like that, so it's not extreme. But in this day and age, with the way the media portray the weather, it sounds like it's going to be a heat wave, but actually it's not a heat wave, is it? It's just a nice summer's day. So yeah, we'll see how we get on, but they'll be well looked after. So here's my plan to make sure Bear socialises well with the big dogs. I'm going to let them out first, so it then becomes their... Oh, we've got a... What are they doing there? So it then becomes more like their territory. Oh, hold on, let me take the window off, see. There you go, out you come, baby. Out you come. Good boy. That's Congo out. There he is. Is that Congo? And I've let Bixie out as well already. I'm going to let Louie out. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to let him into the dog park already, and then I'll let out Bear, so he'll then come out with the idea that it's actually their territory, so he'll be coming into their territory. We'll see how it works out. There we go, guys. So I'm just going to go and open the boot now. and was getting very excited, as you can hear. He loves these walks. Here he comes, here he is. I'm going to let Bear off. There we go, my darling. Here we go, my love. Hold on. Good boy. There we are. Lovely. Here you go, come on in. And we'll see how things go. I'm just watching that. So he's come out into Congo's, what he perceives as Congo's territory now. Congo's still an intact male. So some dogs do react quite heavily to intact males. They sort of read them differently. Congo's going over to say hello. Bear doesn't seem phased even whatsoever, because that's my theory worked then. So getting him out into the right territory, and now he's in the dog field. He's loving it. He's taken off. He's gone right over there, over to where the horse box is, to check it out. Louie's running around as well, and Bear had no interaction at all with them, so that's perfect. So yeah, that's a good theory. If ever you take your dog somewhere new or to meet new dogs, get the dogs that are more balanced, and you know, I'm not saying Bear's not balanced, he's beautiful, but that are more confident. Get them out first, put them into the dog park or the field, wherever you are, and then introduce the dog in, because that dog then comes into their what they think is their domain, sort of thing. So and it works, because they then come in and respect that area, whereas if they're out first, they might take charge of the area, and then when that dog gets let out of the car, that's when they can sometimes have a little go at them and attack sometimes. So I didn't think Bear was going to do anything, and I'm incredibly proud of him. He's just got out and he's having a good old mooch in the park now and enjoyed himself already, which is lovely. Time to get their water bowls ready, because it's a very, very warm day. So we're not going to use any balls today. I don't tend to use anything that they're going to play with like that on a hot day, because it makes them run around way too much. Whereas if they can run around naturally and enjoy themselves, then that's a better way of doing things. But when they're chasing a ball, they get so overheated, so there's no point doing that. Congo's ready for a drink, aren't you, darling? Here you go, darling. Here you go, kid. Alright. Is that nice? So as you can see, what a beautiful day it is. There's a lovely breeze in the air, so it isn't as hot as what it probably feels. That makes sense. No, the other way round. It's actually cooler than what it probably is, because there's a little breeze in the air. And we're heading over to a little shaded area now, so we can set up over there so the dogs can either run around or chill out in the shade. It's up to them then. And dogs tend to know best. It's like when you go abroad, isn't it? When you see a dog abroad, they know to go into the shade in the peak times and when to come out. And our dogs know that too. They're very good for that. They'll hang out in the shade more if it's too warm for them, or they'll have a good run around and then hang out in the shade. So we're going to set up here under this tree. As you can see, it goes all lovely and shaded here, so perfect for them. Trusty stool with me, which unclips and folds out so I can sit down. So I've got my little stool with me, which is a stretch seat. I got it at Crufts the other year, and it's basically a disc that folds down into a little stool, so it gives me a place to sit, which is really nice. And we're in the shade. We're set up. Louie and Bear, oh no, Bear's behind me now, can you see him just there? He's come into the shade now. He's been literally doing laps of the park. It's been very sweet to watch him. He's enjoying himself. Oh, there he is, Bear. Good boy. Congo's quite interested in him because he's a new dog in the group. But he's not. There's more play than viciousness. He's having the right play. Congo's up for the play as well, I think. There he comes. Woohoo! That's really sweet. Oh, maybe you get a little bit feisty with him, but Congo kind Congo kind of asks for it sometimes because he okay, yes, enough, thank you. Congo kind of asks for it sometimes because he just wants to play with all dogs, so I'm just going to deal with it. So Bear got a little bit overwhelmed there because Congo is a big boy, so I've just put him into a sit stay just to calm him down a little bit, so he can watch Congo and realise that he's no threat to him. But Congo does kind of bring it on himself sometimes because he wants to play. He goes into the play bow, and then some dogs read it a little bit differently and can't quite handle it. There he goes again there. So I'm just going to have to watch that he doesn't get overwhelmed by him. But generally he's been very good. He's just been running around him, not getting involved. So it's been really good. He's having a smell of him now, which is okay. I think he's realised that he's an intact male. So he's just caught a sniff of him there. And I'll just put a little bit of control over him, stop him doing what he wants to do. So when dogs are intact, which means they've still got their testicles, they give off a different scent to other male dogs and females, obviously. But other male dogs can sometimes feel threatened by an intact male, Bear came up and sniffed that area and realised he was fully intact, so picked up on the testosterone, etc. But Congo's an incredibly chilled out boy. He loves every other dog he meets. He doesn't really understand when they don't like him, and it's not his fault. He's just giving off those scents really that other dogs pick up on, and then want to become a little bit more like dominant over him, because that's what the animal kingdom does. So we just make sure I monitor it and watch it, and I don't let Congo let him get hyped up. And if he keeps calm, then it all stays calm. If he goes in again, then I'll deal with it again. Let him know that it's not allowed. He soon clicks and understands that, oh, okay, Paul's got this. I don't need to be the top dog or whatever you want to call it. And he settles himself and goes off to play again. So that's the best way of dealing with it, really. But I knew there might have been, once he realised that Congo was intact, I did realise there might have been a little bit of conflict there, but nothing at all to worry about. He's not one to bite and attack, he'll just bark and be around them. So yeah, really good outcome for both of them actually. They both learned something from that. Bumble's had a little run around, he's feeling the heat a little bit. Oh, got a poo in the background, I better deal with that one. Here comes Bear, there he is. Got Louis over here as well. Louis mooching about, enjoying it. Like I said, they tend to stick to the sun, so Bixie's gone for a little run now, and she'll go over to, there's another tree over the other side which has got shade as well, so she'll run over to there and then back to here. And it's a really nice way of dealing with it, really. It's quite nice. Find the shade, let them do what they like. So we're not on a busy running around walk today, we're just on an enjoyable little time out together, aren't we, Louis? And they get to enjoy it in their way as well, so it's perfect really. And there you go, Congo's having a little chill out. Obviously the bigger the dog, the more you have to watch him for the heat, so we're just keeping him nice and cool. He's got loads of water. You alright, darling? You happy? You happy boy, aren't you? And they just don't need to be run hard to exercise them in this weather, because they're just feeling the heat and he's exercising to the amount they need, and that's all they need to do really. Anyway, I'm going to go and pick that poo up. Right. Who's a good boy, aren't you? You're such a good boy, yes you are, yes you are. He's having the time of his life today, aren't you? Enjoying yourself so much, aren't you? He's kind of got over himself now with Congo. He's not even interested. Congo's literally on the other side of me. Let me show you. I'll go through my arm there. There he is there, see? And he's dealt with him now. And all happy. Look, there we are. Not bothered about him in any way at all now. Now I've shown him that he doesn't need to worry and taken that burden off of him. He's just happy again. Tail's up, ears are up. He's looking out for all the birds over there. I don't know if you can see him just under that bush over there in the shade, but he's watching for the birds. A couple of them flew across the field a minute ago and he was loving that. He was chasing these wood pigeons, really enjoying it. Bumble, you okay? Should we go and get you some water? Should we go and get your drinkies? Come on. So, something new I want to do on here is tell a little story. And it might be a story that I personally was involved in, or it might be a story that I've seen on the internet or something, but about dogs. I've got this horrible bee thing buzzing around me and it keeps coming in. So if I start flapping, you'll know why. He's just checking us out. He'll go away in a minute. Yeah, so this story involves Socks, and Socks is an old beagle. You've probably seen him in a couple of my videos or in my photos that I post. And Socks is now coming up to 12 years old. He's an old boy now, and this story goes way back to when I was working with him since he was about 8 weeks old, but this happened when he was about 6 months old. And we'd been out for a lovely walk, and I used to walk him on flexi leads, him and his sister Ro, and we went over to the usual park where we'd always been to. We'd had a lovely afternoon over there, and we were on our way back. It was probably about 6:30, 7 p.m, something like that, and we came through another park. And as we came through another park, there was some teenagers kicking some footballs, and one of them took aim for Socks, and he kicked the ball at Socks, which didn't actually hit him, but it landed right next to him. Socks wasn't overly keen on balls anyway, and especially footballs because they're bigger, and the noise of it as it whacked right near him absolutely spooked him. And as it spooked him, he took off, and as he took off, the flexi lead went to the end of its line, which is about an 8-meter one. It went to the end of the line and it pinged out of my hand. So as that pinged out of my hand, that then clattered on the ground behind him. So the more he ran, the more the flexi lead banged behind him, spooking him even more. Now Socks just literally ran, pure fear. We hear of these fight or flight stories, and he was definitely in flight mode. He just wanted to get out of there totally. So off he goes, he runs away, and we weren't that far from his house, but instead of going back to his house, he turned right and went back towards the fields we'd been over earlier. Now he would have had to have gone through a churchyard, a graveyard, and then across a busy road to get back into that park, but that's exactly what he did, with his lead banging away behind him, scaring him even more and even more. So he ran. So instantly, I was a bit younger then, so I could actually move a bit quicker. And Ro and I took off after him to try and get him back. The lad never said sorry. Of course he wouldn't, would he? But so off we went, chasing after him. But by the time we got to the fields where I'd sort of sensed he had gone to, there was no sign of him whatsoever. He had totally disappeared on us. So there he was, he had taken off and disappeared into the fields. Now I knew the whole of that area is a big park and fields, and before there's houses built there now, but before it was just all field land. And on the other side of that was the A12, which is a very busy road that goes through Essex and up to London, and quite a long way away though, and he'd never been that far, so I didn't think he was going to make it as far as that. I was worried that he would, obviously. So Ro and I absolutely sprinted after him, didn't catch him, didn't even see him after that, and he'd gone. And I stayed out. It was about 7 p.m. by then, and I stayed out. I obviously phoned his owners and I said, oh my life, you wouldn't believe what had happened. And they went into instant find my dog mode, so they put it on Facebook. They printed off posters within about, because they work at a print place, they printed off posters within about an hour and had them up on places. So literally it went straight into that. off the back of that, after this incident, I set up a lost and found site for Colchester. Something good came out of it, and hopefully that helps some people now still. Anyway, so Socks had totally disappeared, so off he was, like, running around. By then he must have got tired, so I presume that, you know, I was hoping the lead would have got tangled around a gate or something like that, so I could have found him, but no, didn't. So he disappeared. So we stayed out until about probably 12:30, midnight, looking for him. And there's an old homeless guy in the area called Kevin, who's a lovely guy. And I said, have you seen Socks? Because he knew Rowan Socks quite well, because when they used to pick up on his scent, they used to bark at him in the early days. And so yeah, I said, have you seen Socks running around here? And he said, oh yeah, I saw him running down this road. And I went, oh right, okay. So that kind of honed our search into that area. But no, nothing at all. So I went home, because it had gone pitch, you know, clearly it was pitch black by then. Went home, just tried to compose myself because I was so upset over it. And went back out as soon as the sun came up at 4 AM. Went back out and searched the fields, kept walking. Obviously Ro had gone home to her owners in that evening, the evening before. And we were searching everywhere and nothing, there was no sign whatsoever. So I was absolutely distraught, and I was thinking, oh my life, I can't do this anymore, it's broken my heart, he's never going to get found, somebody's stolen him or he's lost somewhere. And just kept searching. Now I was in my car trying to do more of a varied search, so further afield, and it got to about 2 PM the following afternoon, and one of his owners phoned me and said, Paul, he's come home. And I went, oh! And I burst out crying on the phone because I was so relieved, like I was so stressed out about it. And he'd found his way home and was scratching at the front door, so they let him in. Now this had been from 7 PM the night before till 2 PM the next day. So what had happened to him in that lost time? Now I did write a Christmas story, like just a fun one really, about what happened to him in that time, and that's available to read on one of my blogs somewhere. If not, I'll post it again this Christmas anyway. And it's just a fun version that, you know, that he ended up on Santa's sleigh and stuff like that. But in the reality of it was absolutely terrifying that he had gone missing. Now he came back without his flexi lead, without his harness on. It literally came back without any of that on. So what our theory was, somebody took him in. Now beagles, if you know the beagle breed, you know when they're either excited, stressed or anxious, they will start to howl. And when they howl, wow, they can howl. So especially Rowan Socks, they were experts at it. When they got themselves going, it was amazing to listen to. So we think that he got taken in by somebody and then started to howl, and probably howled the whole house down, so they maybe let him out and let him go again, which is why he didn't have his harness or his lead attached to him anymore. So then he had the absolute insight, because obviously beagles being a scent hound, found his way back to his home, which is just amazing how they do that, because we don't know where he'd ended up, but he found his way back home, which is just amazing. So that's the story of Socks and the night he went missing. Hello. I know, I'm making a fuss of you two. There's Bear over there, mooching about. Here he comes. There he is. Good boy. There he is, beautiful boy, with his best friend. Whoop. Knocking the other camera over. There he is. Oh, you're such a good boy, aren't you? You're such a good boy. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Bumble's getting jealous because I'm making a fuss of him. You're such a good boy. Yes, you are. Oh, you're so lovely. Is he your best mate? Yeah, I know. Bumble's desperate to play ball, but I'm not getting a ball out in this weather, so you don't need to do any extra running today, do you? You don't. It's warm enough as it is. Yeah. He's a Romanian rescue, so he's a Romanian street dog. and he was rescued a few years ago now, at least 2 years ago, maybe 3. And his owners are absolutely amazing with him. They've turned him in from a very nervous, scared of everything pup. Can you see him over there while I'm talking? I don't know if that helps. So yeah, they've turned him from a very nervous pup who was basically petrified of everything. Still he's certain anxieties, like he doesn't particularly like certain men very much. I've known him since he was a puppy, and obviously I brought Bumble in to meet him at an early time when he first arrived in England, and they bonded. They absolutely adore each other, and he loved me. He just come to love me. One time I went round and he was so excited to see me. He laid on his back in the, like when they do the submissive pose, laid on his back, and he was so excited he literally did a fountain of wee and got me in the face. And we laughed a lot about that. That was very funny. And but yeah, he's got some anxieties around certain people, around certain men, but once you introduce him to those things and show him that there's calm leadership around him, he's just amazing. He's such a gorgeous dog, and I think he looks like the new Superman dog, the new Crypto. He looks just like him. And yeah, so people might be stopping to take photos of him once that film comes out. Got an old bottle. Oh, Louis got it. Ready? Go! Where are they? Oh, Bumble's winning it. Well done, good boy. Oh, Bumble, go get it. Louis got it. Louis got it. Hey, come go, Louis got it. You keep yourself very chilled today, aren't you, kids? Don't blame you. Oh, thinks he just took it off of Louis. Look at her walking around all proud. All proud with it, aren't you? Bouncing like anything, weren't you, kid? Hey, you went into full hunting mode, didn't you? Bless him, wagging his tail. You're such a good boy. Yeah, well done, well done. Oh, my boy Congo as well, there he is. Haven't got much of you on camera today. He's been sitting really close to me, so I haven't been able to get him on camera that easily. There we go, get a shot of him. There we go, there we go. There, he's leaning on me. He loves to lean, he pushes himself onto your legs. It's very sweet. A lot of big dogs do that, don't they? There's Louis having a nice drink of water. There you go, darling. Oh, is that nice? Nice and fresh. Congo likes to drink out the actual tap bit as it's pouring, as you can see there. So I have to keep it running, but luckily this thing holds loads, so it doesn't matter too much. Oh, there we go. Is that nice? You enjoying that? Having some Vixie? Good girl, good girl. He's having a good old play there. And relax, and relax. Good lad. So you see a tracker around his neck, it's not anything sinister. It's a tracker just so his owners know where he is, so they can message me to tell me where he is if anything happened. But yeah, he's got his harness on, he's in the dog park, nothing's gonna happen. We know where we are, don't we? It's all good. Vixie's laying down now. You enjoying yourself? Look at the way she lays, I love that. Stretches her legs right out. Don't you, darling? Oh, I just noticed something they've put into this dog park, which is rather lovely. They've put a bench in, which is really nice. Been better if it had been in the shade, but obviously we don't get a lot of sunshine in this country, so it probably doesn't matter where it is really. But how lovely. So I might relocate over there in a minute. We've got shade as well over this side. So this dog park's beautiful, look. Huge, big dog park. Oh, there's Louis. Louis was laying down over a minute ago, that's why I was bringing you over. He was laying in the shade over here. I'm so enjoying it. So you just have to be careful in the warmer weather that dogs aren't overheating, and you keep them shaded. I mean, there's a lovely breeze here. Look, you can see it on this little tree here. There's a lovely breeze blowing through across the fields, and yeah, there's no worries at all today. The dogs are just quite happy enjoying themselves, aren't you? So look, we've got a nice new bench put up in here, which is wonderful. Look at that. How funny that I get excited about a bench. Oh dear. Because if I was outside of here, Bear would have to be on a long line, because we don't know what his recall would be like too much. I mean, he seems pretty good, but obviously when he was younger we tried it, and that's another story actually. I might share that another time, maybe next week, about when Bear took off. So I hope you enjoyed this little video today. Just wanted to show you what we're like when we go to the dog park, especially on a warm day, just to know. Hope you enjoyed the story as well. And until next time, I'll see you then. Thanks for watching, really appreciate it.